to talk about he has a company to run, all this stuff, while the owner of the company sat there with his water gurgling. Come at me, bruh.
Oh.
Come at me.
Come at AJ.
AJ, yes.
AJ.
AJ Mitchell. Yes. Bro, brutal.
Passionate.
CM Punk fucking kicked his foot too hard and was like, I'm in the fetal position and move, and then I can wrestle. Go fuck yourself.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining us here. Live from the MACKDOWN studios, where we're going to do a little pregame before we get into the gist of it. So, how's everybody doing?
Fantastic. We can just get rolling.
All right.
Let's do this. That's cool. Right into it. Nice and easy, like just
nice and
like
easy,
jazz.
right on in. And
Snake Jazz.
hello and welcome to the MACKDOWN Podcast. This is your maestro on the mic, AJ,
Mitchell.
just coming to you live from MACKDOWN Podcast Studios, right here in an undisclosed location. Who do I have with me today? I have Mr. Mikey MacD.
That's me.
I got Kimmy.
Hello.
And of course, the one, the only, the bearded one himself, Mr. B.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So, we had a pretty cool week this week.
A lot of shit happening.
In regards to AEW, huh? As you have donned it, the AEW All Out Fallout. I should have had the thing. I mean, my God, for the love of God, AEW has been broken in half. It was crazy. I mean, we're going to touch on a lot of it, definitely. Fantasy, of course. We're going to get into all of our opinions and everything and all that more. So if you want to jump on into it, AEW All Out pay-per-view.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the recap. Do we got to go through every 117 matches that were on the show, or?
Well, I mean, we can sum it
We
up.
can just kind of do an old school news feed breakdown.
Don't think about changing. Don't think about changing the channel. Sean gets him over with the kick 2 minutes into the match. You remember that old school WCW Nitro give it away days.
I think the big takeaways for me for the whole pay-per-view was obviously Punk winning.
Punk is your champion.
Punk won clean 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
In a sloppy match, you know what? And honestly, to me, the whole show itself felt pretty damn sloppy.
It was
like
rushed.
Was it rushed?
It was rushed.
It was too many matches.
Right.
I think. I mean,
And it was
Way
too much
too many
non-chemistry. I mean, look, Jade and Athena.
boy.
The best part about that whole match was Jade's entrance. Jade.
Look, man,
you
and
was
a
bad.
lot of times that's all you come for. You know what I mean?
Oh well,
Just to see who you're coming to see.
she hawked and rocked that damn entrance.
She's
She
a
got
star,
the entrance
man.
down. That's for sure.
She shows up, plays the hits, and then leaves. That's all she needs to do.
Definitely. Athena and her had no chemistry, so I don't
No,
want to
they
see that
didn't.
again. No.
I don't know if I don't want to see it again. Maybe maybe it was just a bad night. You know what I mean? Sometimes you feel off. You know. So maybe they can come back, slow it down. I think Athena was trying to work a little too quick for her. Like I felt like
She's trying to gas her.
That's exactly what happened. It was like the styles of wrestling, two totally different, so it didn't
Yeah.
blend at all.
yeah, there wasn't really a story that was
Right.
being told in the match. It was more so just like go,
Mm-hmm.
and Jade's not. She's not built for that.
Jade's a brawler.
Not to say she
taunter.
can't get there, but not right now.
She's a brawler, then a taunter, then I'm gonna slam you real hard, pin you. Where's my belt?
Dude, she's the show, man. She's the whole fucking show.
This is that bitch show.
She's the legit.
So, but yeah. So again, Jade's a superstar. That's a
Definitely.
common thread damn near every week.
Right. Tony Storm is your new women's
Yep.
champion.
Tony Storm's the new women's champion.
Good call.
Too bad you didn't take her there, Mr. B.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's what I get for listening to you guys.
Oh.
Oh well, don't listen to us.
Nope.
You
That's
just
what I
listen to
told
our
him. We're the
opinions
enemy.
and then make your own opinion. You know,
Definitely.
there might be some cutthroat people around
but
here.
I did definitely take that into effect too.
Of course. And then Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are your trios champion.
Well,
Not anymore.
Hey, look. I'm talking about the end of the
No,
pay-per-view.
we're
pay-per-view.
just talking about the pay-per-view.
Just talking about the pay-per-view, okay?
all right. I honestly felt like personally, Best Friends should have been the first team to win those. That's me personally. They've been more of a trios than anything else in
From day
AEW
one.
at this time, except for the champions that we can get into after a little bit. But yeah,
The Dark Order, Jesus.
the Death Triangle,
Death
man. The
Join,
Death
join the Dark Order. No,
Yeah, they
I
need to
wanna-
get-
get rid of the Dark
it needs to
Order.
be done.
What else do we have happen on this damn thing? It's like 45 other matches.
Dude, there was so many. Oh my god, I could pull up the whole run sheet,
No.
but we don't need to do that. I was just saying
Those
the
are, those, are
takeaways
my
really.
those are my big takeaways.
There's
I
really
mean,
bigger fish to fry as far as AEW is concerned, man.
Definitely. Jericho and Daniel Bryan had a pretty. Oh, my match of the night. Brian Danielson, sorry. My match of the night, and I really thought that the Acclaim were finally going to get it. They should have. The crowd was in it.
You know what?
Everybody was in it. Scissor Me Daddy was all over the place. And they even booed Lee and Swerve when they won. So that just tells you right there.
Well, if it was me, I put Acclaimed over in that
all
match.
day. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Not only because I just picked them to win, but because I felt like
It's the time.
that's the right time to do it. They're pretty fucking hot, dude. This elevates them to the next level, and then if you want to take it back off them, fine.
Right, but give them a run.
Give them a little rub to
Yeah.
establish their who they are, and they're
Always
not
say-
just goofy.
I always say a champion should at least have that 90-day run, like your first title. Give me 90 days to see what I'm getting from you. After that 90 days, if it's like meh, then we can look at you losing it.
Damn,
But-
90. That's a lot.
3 months
Yeah.
to be a champ? That's a long time.
I feel like 60 days is more
That's
than enough
12
to know.
That's 12 shows.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of shows.
So you're saying do it in half the time?
I'm saying take like 1 month off. Do 2 months instead of 3. I think 60 days is more than enough to know if they got what it takes.
I just feel it's a quarter. You know what I mean? That's why I gave the 90-day, because it's like a full quarter, and you kind of got to see where they come across. That's just my opinion. I'm thinking business plus championship wise. You got to see where it all.
Yeah, but you don't want to stick yourself to a quarter either. Like you.
Well, I mean, if you pull it, if you're seeing the shit explode 15 days in, you're like not, or like what happened recently. You know what I mean? Of course, pull the plug.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
a good run on someone who you think is going to be in any way, shape, or form something important. I think a good run should last no shorter than 90 days. A good run. You should be able to have a great 90-day run and be able to say, "See,
I
I'm
see what you're
champ."
saying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So what's up?
No, I was just laughing because there's just a mixture of all things happening. I'm reading.
It's chaos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but going back to what I was talking about, the Acclaim, yes, I truly wish they would have won the tag titles and cemented that. I think it'll be good for them. Plus, with the what is it, the Gun Club, who we know that's definitely out.
Well, they are now
A part
a
of
part of MJF's new gig, which
Right.
I don't
Confu-
understand. It doesn't really make sense because of the what's his name, Hathaway, the manager.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What fuck.
Yeah.
Every time, dude, I always forget this motherfucker's name. Something Hathaway. Anyway, MJF does not need this dude anywhere around him. He
Wow.
doesn't need a manager. He doesn't need someone to talk for him. He is the mouthpiece. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was probably the biggest thing out of AEW's All Out, MJF's return.
Yeah, I
And
was
winning
actually
the
just
chip.
looking at the card. I was just going to run the card down real quick if there's anything that sparked your interest.
It was
Because
Malcolm Bivens, by the way.
Malcolm Bivens was his name.
that was his name in WWE.
WWE.
Yeah.
Malcolm
Now it's something Hathaway. Fuck.
Stokely.
There it is.
Stokely.
That's it. Shout out Stokely Hathaway.
I thought that was a weird way to have him return.
MJF?
Yeah.
Yeah. He should have just walked up the ladder and got it him goddamn self.
Yes, I agree.
The whole thing was kind of off.
He needed.
Yeah.
The only person that made sense to be out there was William Morrissey. Him being Morrissey.
Morrissey.
Yeah.
Him being MJF's heater. I 100% dig
Yeah.
it.
Totally. Yeah, the rest of it was just weird.
Because Morrissey could have came out, cleaned the house, wrecked the house, went up there, and then
well, and they already have history
stopped.
together because he hired him to have a match with Wardlow.
Right.
right.
So
yeah.
it
So
makes
you
sense.
tie that back in.
Yeah.
Exactly. He could have just wrecked house. Everybody's he's gonna win it, and then he's like, and then he grabbed him like, oh wait, you thought I was in the match? No,
Yeah.
it's him. And then MJF's music hits, comes in, grabs it. I would have liked that
Totally.
because it just fits the whole character.
Was there anybody that did not think that was not MJF when you first seen him come out and actually
When he
come
did
When
into
the
he
the
got
ring?
in the ring.
Yeah, when he did the
When he
twirl.
got in the ring.
Like,
when I
that's
was like,
totally
oh, yeah,
MJF,
that's
right?
MJF there.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he did that little twirl. Yeah.
But it's like, who else could it have been?
The rumor mills were crazy. They said Bray.
No way, dude.
No.
I'm like, well, Bray must have lost like
He's all but signed
45
with
pounds
WWE at this point. Yeah.
like a day. Bray's not eating.
Oh, he definitely is.
I mean,
He definitely is.
He definitely is.
Oh, he's eating.
But yeah, it just didn't make any sense. It just
Yeah,
didn't
it's
make any sense.
it's weird. Like, we got no name for this thing. He came out and didn't even make mention of it really at all. He didn't really make mention of that group at all
Nope.
during his promo when he was shitting on Buffalo. Well, I did like that he come out and tried to get like the admiration, and then turned on him as soon as Moxley came out there, and he was like, "You fucking pieces of shit."
Wow.
Yeah, he was talking shit about the
about the
jersey
team.
sales and all that.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
He's been sorely missed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He's been a big part of AEW that no matter what he does, he's controversial. He is that. And he goes over the line quite a bit. However, man,
Business is business, though, and he's really good at it.
yeah.
Oh, but
blur the lines.
But playing that voicemail on Dynamite.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm like,
trying to like say, hey, yeah, you may be the boss, but I'm the one in charge here. Technically.
yeah.
No, Tony Khan's in all that shit.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying how the story is developing.
Right. It's making it look like MJF is one of those like disgruntled employees, which
Yeah.
I'm cool with. But now it's looking like, and we're gonna get into a lot, like every employee is disgruntled in that damn company, bro. It's like,
It's really weird because the backstage culture just feels like we're not even there, and you can feel the tension,
it's cringy.
right? It's just something about it, dude, that just feels off.
When they walk through the curtain, I feel like it's almost like they're like, oh, I don't have to be back there. Good God, like, you know, it's almost, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no community. It doesn't feel like there's a community back there. And being in a wrestling locker room, you gotta have like a community, bro.
Well, yeah, because you're getting beat the fuck up every day. I mean,
Right.
you're beating
Well,
your
are we
body
going
up.
to get into maybe why the backstage community doesn't exist?
Jump into that elephant in the room, huh?
Yeah, we can. I mean, the only other things just about the pay-per-view is just how amazingly disappointed I was with the Jungle Boy and Christian match after that whole build, and then just to have it.
And then they supposedly changed his name, too.
Who?
Jungle Boy.
Was
It's
it just-
Jungle Boy Jack Perry now.
Well, I was going to mention that, is that he's like, you're going to be fighting Jack Perry, and he comes out as Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Could you change it up a little bit? Could
I
you-
think he will now that he's
Yeah, but-
separated from Luchasaurus.
No, but he
We'll
should
see.
have
We'll
already.
see.
Because
No, I agree.
He was already cutting promos and doing the interviews all kind of more serious, and then he still comes out in his stupid fucking outfit.
Yeah.
It's like you should have come out and
Jeans and a
He's
t-shirt.
Tarzan.
That's
Thank
all she
you.
wants. That's all Kimmy wants.
he said he's coming out to
when
fight,
it's
right?
it's a brawl, and you're like, no, you're fighting me, motherfucker. Yeah, just come out in normal street clothes, even
Like, I don't need to
sweatpants.
put
I don't give a
spandex
fuck.
on to fight you.
But yeah, you're gonna put on your leopard tights with your fucking fluffy boots. Like, you're still Jungle Boy, and that's why you lost anyway.
He's a boy, and the other guy's a man.
They'll
And
say it's because of Luchasaurus. That's not true.
But yeah,
it
Luchasaurus
was
did come out and beat his
Luchasaurus,
ass.
yeah.
So
Well, he's got a black mask now instead of
And that's
green
another
mask.
thing. A double turn, technically.
kind of.
He turned on him once, and then they're like, no, we're good. And he turns on him again at the pay-per-view.
You know what though?
Well, Christian's gonna be out for like
Yeah,
8 months.
regardless of how it happened, I'm happy that it finally happened because
I think that was just
I've been talking
weird,
about
though.
this for a while now. Get them separated. Let Jack go on let him go on his own path. Win the TNT title. You know, see how far he can go from there.
Good luck to you, Jack Perry.
Good luck to you, sir.
Good luck to you.
Become Jack Perry. Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
Jack
Jungleman.
Jungle Man. Oh, 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 oh,
No.
Hey man, just kind of off subject, just a little bit. I do really dig that AEW pays the money to license actual music for theme songs.
oh. I mean,
Because the Best Friends, dude, might be some of my favorite theme music ever right now. It's up there. It fits everything about him.
For you to find the one good thing about AEW is licensed music says a lot about the next subject we're about to talk about.
I didn't say it was my favorite thing.
Well,
It's just one of my favorite things.
we'll replay it.
WWE's just like, we're gonna write our own music.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
Fuck
gonna
off.
hire people
Yeah.
and just do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They would
And
just
then
own
give them the
everything.
right. No, well, nope. The dumb WWE didn't.
They need to hire Jim Johnson again,
Oh, please.
unless he just doesn't want to do it.
Give
no
me an
more.
example.
Of-
Basically, every wrestling theme song from the 80s all the way to
Yeah.
like through the Attitude Era.
we
So, like,
are
Hulk
the
Hogan's?
nation. Hulk
No,
Hogan. Well,
he didn't do
no,
Hulk
no.
Hogan. He didn't.
Warrior, he did.
Yeah, dude.
Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart, he wrote that.
Bret Hart, Jake the
Really?
Snake,
Yeah,
fucking
Shawn.
Undertaker, Shawn, the Bellas. He
The
wrote the
Bellas,
Bellas theme
yeah.
song, dude.
Vader.
All of
Really?
those.
Wow, what a variety. He's very eclectic.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's,
yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't won a.
He should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Why isn't he? That's rude.
Well,
I know, right?
there's a thing going on, a petition to put him in.
Dude, think about how important the music is to your character. Like, his music is a big. I know it's way off topic, but music is kind of a big.
Music makes you lose control.
But you know what I'm saying, man.
I do.
It fits the character,
right.
or it doesn't. Like, so, like we always say, Nia Jax, her music definitely did not fit her character. Now, if you were to switch,
Nothing about Nia Jax fit Nia Jax. Let's just start with that. Like,
Wow.
like her
It was,
music was different than her look, was different than her attitude, was different than her voice. Not
She's-
one part of her synced up together to match as one cohesive.
because she's not like most girls.
Yeah.
I won't say
See-
the rest of it, but you know.
Okay, sorry.
fuck.
I'm so glad that shit's over.
All right, let's get back on track here. So,
All right.
so AEW, the shit show that it is. God damn, I hate talking bad about this company every week.
Well,
But-
do better, Tony.
Like, I always try to find like the silver linings and the good things in this thing, and there are a few. I'm not gonna sit here and say there ain't, but boy, their morale has to be terrible because we have all these fucking things that are going on. You want to go ahead and hit on a rant, AJ, and I think if you want to take it from here, we can kind of piggyback off of
I mean,
what you got to say.
so you know, I've always been crucial of AEW, and crucial in the sense of saying, hey,
Crucial.
you guys have a product and have something that wrestling fans would like and wrestling fans do like, but it's all about the presentation. We've always said that. What are you presenting to us? How are you presenting to us? What are you asking us to put our faith in? What do you want us to believe in? Who? Stars? All that stuff. AEW has been a roller coaster ride that has gone from, hey, you're going in the right direction, and then the fucking floor falls right from underneath you. What happened at All Out, as far as that press conference that recently happened with CM Punk explaining to the world about his dirty laundry and wanting to talk about Colt Cabana, wanting to talk about Hangman going off script, wanting to talk about he owned or he has a company to run, all this stuff while the owner of the company sat there with his water gurgling.
He did make a few faces. I'll give him that.
Exactly. My whole thing is this. Tony Khan, you are not a strong enough person to run a wrestling organization. You don't have the mental capacity for it. You don't have the patience for it or the testicular fortitude to run it. The reason being is because you have the people who you hired, who you are the boss of, telling you what to do, and it's not leading you down the right direction. AEW has so much potential to be something bigger than what it is, was definitely on the right direction. When Cody Rhodes left, that was the first sign to show that this company is not going in the direction in which it was built on.
It's pretty much done. at
It's
that
pretty
point.
much
It's over.
done.
Letting the inmates run the asylum much?
You have CM Punk and CM Punk. I'm talking to you, Phil. You know,
Ooh,
here's the
Phil.
deal.
First name.
Triple H said it years
Careful
ago.
what you say. You don't want a lawsuit. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Apparently, he will sue everybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
he will.
So
I
Phil,
mean,
come at me, bruh.
Oh.
Come at me.
Come at AJ.
AJ, yes,
AJ.
AJ.
Specifically.
AJ. Mitchell.
AJ.
Yes, you can come at me because I will. The following is statements all for AJ. Doesn't have anything to do with the MACKDOWN podcast, and it's all AJ. So Phil, come at me. This is all my statement. Phil, you are a cancer to the professional wrestling industry. Your mouth cashes check. Your mouth writes checks that your ass can't even deposit yet cash. You have done nothing but prove to people who have been in this industry, yeah, I might not have been a WWE superstar, but damn it, I wanted to be, and I wanted to be in this. You are one of those people who make it so hard for the little guy or for anybody else to want to sit there and be here because you want to be a martyr. You want to die on a sword of vindication and I am this and I am that and I'm here for you. You ain't here for nobody but your damn self. AJ Lee, if you can hear me, leave his ass. He a punk ass bitch. Fuck you, CM Punk. End of story. And I'll end it with that portion for CM Punk. Back to the AEW, and then I'll give my time back. AEW is at a crossroads, in my opinion, right now. AEW has an opportunity to fix this and utilize the stars that they have to make their product better and to push the people we want to see that they created. Kimmy before said, hey, people like Hangman, Orange Cassidy, MJF, Wardlow, why are you pushing Jericho's and all these ex-WWE guys or all these people that we... Sting, you need to stay home.
Here's the thing. It's fun for a little here and there.
Nostalgia.
Sprinkle it in.
Right.
I'm great with that. Have Sting come in for a match or two, whatever, but now he's just here all the time. He's just a mainstay, and it's just
At
weird.
60-something years
Dude,
old.
bro, like, okay, we're good. Thank you.
I don't need to see that.
No, I didn't come here to... That's kind of, to me, honestly, why I was not a WCW person back in the day. Because I'm like, oh, it's all these people that I watched in the 80s here now.
Trying to get
I want to
glory.
go watch fucking Stone Cold, and I want to go watch...
The Rock and
Dude,
Hunter.
yes, exactly. I'm like, I don't want to go watch, Rick fucking Flair, who even back then that we've talked about was too fucking old.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, when we were teenagers.
Ric Flair and Macho Man, I'm like, oh, they're still over there doing it. Oh, okay, well, this must be retirement wrestling. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like they're doing that too much.
Grandpa, I got your wrestling here. You want to see your old stays? Right, exactly. And I agree with you 100%. Not to mention, like I said, presentation. Look at your card placement, bro.
Dude, it's so bad.
Why are you
God.
giving me the cum shot as the first thing, and then the rest of the show is just us having a conversation? I'm done.
Their shows are on Wednesday, not Tuesday.
I told you we signed an NDA. we don't talk about Tuesdays. No. Anyway, long story short. Long story. AEW is just they are too much of a cluster hot mess dumpster fire fuck show that it's just I'm at the point where I'll watch just for fantasy's sake, of course, and just because I enjoy wrestling. So if a good match comes on, great. MJF cuts a good promo, great. But am I invested into this? Am I going to be a devout, like, I'm going to get your merch?
It's not appointment TV at all.
No. I'm looking around this room right now, and I see a lot of WWE.
Well, yeah, WWE kid, man. Always have been.
Right.
However, I do have some AEW represented,
And-
and once they get on their fucking game and make their other figures that they have not been out for months and months and months,
And right.
almost years at this point,
You're
I would catch up and I would put more shit up on the wall, but I'm still waiting.
But what's-
AEW has too many plates spinning, dude. They're
still making a video game.
They bit off more than they could chew.
Definitely.
They should have stayed small. They should have not tried to accumulate all these other little small brands. Let Ring of Honor die. Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just focus
Right.
on your own shit. Like, that's what they're missing, dude. Like, at the beginning, that's why we've said before, it was so fucking good. Because they were just focused on them goddamn selves and their talent.
It was fresh in the beginning.
In the beginning, dude, it was amazing.
And we all said
yes,
that.
Jericho was there, and yes, there was.
But it wasn't.
But Jericho was more there going, oh, look at Hater, look at this guy, look, trying to build
Like
them
he's
up,
trying
not
to
so
put
much trying to
everybody
take over.
Look-
especially
Yeah.
on commentary.
Right.
Yeah.
And look at the first match. We got Sammy Guevara. We never even heard of Sammy Guevara. Now, I mean, of course, you know.
Well,
we're all-
and that's the thing.
still,
That's here
though.
nor there.
Right.
I feel like when this thing first got together, like you said earlier, off reel with the with that tweet. If you have it, we can read
I
it.
don't.
But basically, it boiled down to, Kenny and the Young Bucks and Cody. They put that pay-per-view on their back because Dave Meltzer was talking shit, and they're like, "Look here, you ain't done shit until you can sell out a 10,000 seat arena. So until you can sell out a 10,000 seat arena, You can't say shit.
Then they're like, oh yeah,
You're in
watch
bingo
me.
halls, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, they did. They put the fucking thing together. They partnered up with Ring of Honor and New Japan, I believe.
Right.
And they put that shit out there, and, yeah, they sold it out.
Dude, and quickly.
On the backs of those four talents, basically, or 5 if you want to count the tag team as 2 people.
Right. So taking that into consideration, knowing the fact of the roots, let's stick with it. The roots of AEW, the implantation into the damn ground of what this foundation of this company stood on, is long gone.
Well, yeah, because this is Cody's brainchild, right?
Yeah, this is the grandson of a plumber.
For the most part,
those guys,
yeah.
they sat down with the Bucks and Kenny, and they all got together, and they're like, "Look,
There's
we
a
can
business
fucking
plan.
do this. Like, we can make
Right.
money doing this." We sold out a 10,000-seat arena on a whim,
Right.
and it fucking happened. Boom! They got a plaque on the fucking arena. You know what I'm saying?
For selling out.
Yeah, dude. So it's like,
Dude, just because on the hopes that wrestling fans would get what they were looking for, that they weren't getting from WWE because it was so buried under Vince McMahon's thumb, dude. You know what I mean? And so
That
I
and
think that's
Raiders.
why, because I think that's why in the beginning too we all gravitated to AEW so fucking much, because it's like the wrestling fans program, and they've gotten so fucking far away from that at this
Yeah.
point that it's like, dude,
what is it even? Like,
it's like they planted a tree in all this soil and then they dug the tree up, put concrete down, and then put the tree back, and then they're like, grow, bitch. That's kind of what it, you know what I mean? They literally took the whole foundation and everything.
Not even that. They put it down and they put a house plant there and said, "All right, grow, bitch." It's like,
no shit.
what?
it's like this place looks completely different right
yeah.
now. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like they were supposed to write the stories. They were supposed to book the shows, book the territory, and Tony Khan was supposed to be there to be like, "Hey, man, we're using
Here's
your
the money.
resources.
Yeah, here's
We're
the
gonna-
money.
Yeah, we'll take your input." And then Tony just,
My
got the
input.
fucking big
Well,
head.
when I was 12.
yeah, dude. So
Anyway, Mike, could you just give us a rundown of what happened after this pay-per-view was over?
I don't need to give a full rundown, but basically, so Punk tore his tricep. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it was in this
I think it was in
so-called
the melee.
altercation.
I think it was
don't
in the
know if it's
melee.
in the match. It really hasn't been put out there, but so Punk he's had surgery. He's going to be out for 8 months with a left tricep tear. So what does that mean? I don't know. He's been suspended. The belt has been relinquished, and the trios titles have also been relinquished in this whole thing. And basically what you're talking about, AJ, is the media scrum heard around the world. CM Punk has went off and talked shit about Hangman, the Elite, and Colt Cabana, all unsolicited, by the way. Like, he literally sat down and was like, "Hey, I'm starting this thing off. Let me ask you a question." And, you know, "Are you friends with Colt Cabana?" type of shit. And
Right,
and
he's
instigated all of it
right,
onto himself and then got
questioning-
pissed about it.
Questioning the validity of them being journalists? Like, dude, I don't question the validity of you being a wrestler.
Well, and then
Wow.
he even got pissed because he was like, "Oh, so would you say you're friends with Colt Cabana?" And he's like, "No, I haven't talked to him in a long time." He's like, "Oh, so you're not friends?" He's like, "Oh, okay, you blew my spot," because basically he was going to shit on him for being Colt Cabana's friend.
Right.
So it's like all this is coming out of nowhere. That's why I'm like, you know what, man? This feels and smells a little fishy to me.
Well, actually, I think from what I heard, what I just read in an article from, I think it was CNET, basically, Hangman was upset because when Punk came in, they were going to release or move Colt Cabana so that there would be no
Interactions, right.
interactions, and that's what I'm assuming what Punk wanted or what they were trying to do to make it a better work environment for the whole AEW, I guess, you know.
Well, and that's
Let's-
probably
Anyway,
why he's catching heat
so
on
he-
on social media.
because of Hangman lashing out pretty much at Punk, that's what led up to this stuff that happened on, on the whole interview and then backstage and everything after the interview.
Mr. B, let's be real. They didn't put Colt Cabana anywhere to make a better work environment for AEW. They did it for CM Punk.
Well,
And
yeah,
not
no, but
even
what
they.
I'm saying,
CM Punk did it for CM
I'm
Punk.
just saying, all I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying it's this, I'm not saying it's that. I'm just saying it could be this, it could be that.
It might be that they're upset that they're
Alright.
catering to one person and giving him
There you
so
go.
fucking much.
So much.
So fucking much.
Holding his hand all the way to the bus.
Let me give you blue M&Ms only. Let me give you fucking Fiji water only. Like, I bet he's got some bougie backstage area just for him. You know what I'm saying? I bet they just, like, kiss the ground that he walks on, Tony, at least.
Right, because he wants to mention that, $1 million gate was on his back. That
Yeah.
we all paid to see him.
Right.
And only him.
Oh, we sold out a... Hey, Digger, McDiggy, turn over there. What are you doing? Anyway, but they were saying that they sold out this pay-per-view on rumors that you would be here. And it's like, okay, yes,
Well,
but
of
no.
course, they were in Chicago for that show specifically.
Right, but dude,
Of
they were going
course
to
they're
sell
gonna
those
it out.
tickets anyway, regardless of if CM Punk was there, because they've proven they've done that in the past.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't need that. And so now I feel like they're trying to get this, like, cheap pop constantly. And it's really annoying. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
partially, too, why they keep bringing people in. So like you said, it's like, oh, who is this? Who? Oh, okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
We were talking about that in a previous episode. It's like, oh, you've been giving me fucking dollar bills and now you're giving me pennies? Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Right. So many surprises and all this other stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it's,
But how about just, like, don't rely on the shock value. Rely on a good storyline and good wrestlers. And, like,
right, you have so much pure natural talent on that roster.
Yeah.
You can cut, 30% we've already established, even more than that.
A lot, yeah.
But you can cut 30% of that roster, CM Punk included. And you still have a strong roster there that's legit and viable.
dude, and it looks really bad on you. Like let's just say you didn't get the AEW pay-per-view. You didn't watch it. You hear on social media who the winners are, and then you go to watch, and they're like, oh, by the way, fucking vacant title, and oh, by the way, other vacant titles and tournaments. And you're like, what the fuck? The pay-per-view just happened. New champs were just fucking named. It looks real bad on you. That you're just like, oh, by the way, I'm Crazy Tony
Yeah.
Khan with crazy eyes coming at you, announcing some shit. Okay, bye. But we get no other explanation other than that.
Dude, he was gone in that.
Dude, I'm just saying.
promo thing. His eyes wide open, reading.
Yeah. Well, and you could tell he was reading too, because he's very
he's
like,
yeah.
oh,
Bring to you great professional wrestling action right here on AEW.
Right here on AEW TNT.
hey, so you know how WWE announces matches? They just put like pictures up with an announcer going, hey, here's an upcoming match. Do that. Because stay the fuck off TV, Tony Khan.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
Right.
he's really just...
And
He's gotten the big head, man.
Dude.
And here's the point. I mean, I don't get the point is what I meant to say. Of him being the person to make that statement if he wasn't going to address what happened.
Thank you. Exactly. If you're not going to address
Right.
it, just have some
Vin-
announcer do it
Vince
for you.
McMahon got on national TV to address the Bret Hart situation. To address it. Whatever we think it was, Vince did it. Vince McMahon got on national TV to say, hey, we're not going to manipulate your mindset and make you think that we're going to give you characters like garbage men and vampires anymore. Vince McMahon said that because that was a major change in the company. Something big changed. Hell, last example, when WCW was purchased, who made that announcement? McMahon, because that's a big announcement.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have this shit show that happened. The whole world knows about it, bro. It's not like it's a secret.
Well, let's just say what it was real quick so we can move on and talk about Tony, how he's handling this whole thing. So there was a media scrum, of course, like we were saying. Punk's talking shit, just recklessly talking
Right.
shit. So they get to the back, and apparently the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega confronted Punk. There's multiple sides to the story. I've read them both. I don't know if you guys have all read them both.
Yep.
From what it sounds like, is Punk was pissed and he was starting to throw punches like right out the gate. They came in, maybe they were a little heated, like, hey, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And then Punk's like, fuck you, bang, 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 started throwing punches. Chairs are getting thrown.
Yep.
People are getting bit, apparently.
Yeah,
All
there's
this fucking shit that's happening right now.
craziness with your EVPs. Those
With
are your
your EVPs, dude.
EVPs of a fucking company.
Well, apparently in that article I was reading, I saw something about the Young Bucks kicking in his door.
Yeah, like
Like,
And do you see the Young Bucks being that angry? I don't. They're. I've never
you
heard
don't,
or
right,
seen.
I don't
well,
know
you
them
don't
on that
know
level,
them.
though.
Yeah,
Right,
we don't
and-
know what they are back there. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what the fuck's happening?
But dude, rightfully so though, in my opinion. If they wanted
Right.
to kick down his fucking door, they should be able to, because guess what? As EVP, You work for me,
Yes.
bitch. You're going to disrespect me on my own fucking program that I created? Go fuck off. I would be pissed too.
You have a
Yeah.
company to run. You have a company to
Yeah,
run.
and he even said it.
Excuse me?
CM Punk said it. If you have a problem with me,
Come see me.
fucking see me.
And we'll talk about
we'll
it.
talk about it. And that's exactly what happened. And I guess they just
I
started
guess
fighting
not a
and
lot
shit.
of talking happened.
And of course, CM Punk's guy, Ace
Never
Steel,
started.
who's another piece of shit. And if you can hear me, Ace Steel, this is an AJ
I
statement.
don't know.
Whatever
Ace
your
Steel.
name is, Steel Ace Steel. How about you ace my steel and get the fuck out of the ring because you ain't shit. You going out there biting on people and shit like that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly biting
Allegedly.
people. You telling Kenny Omega that he's not, or you telling CM Punk that, you know, he's the greatest thing on God's green earth to like, get out of here, people. Like, I'm done with it.
Dude, and watching in past that video you sent me of Triple H cutting that promo on Phil,
So true, isn't it?
it's like history repeating.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Exactly.
it's legit like history repeating. And like he's trying to take a whole ass brand down with him. Why? Because he's sour grapes again. You know what I mean? So it's
well,
like
he's like, well, I built what you're sitting on right now. Like all
no,
those
the
piles of
fuck
cash
you
that you
didn't,
have,
bro.
that's from me. You know?
9 years CM Punk was out of this business. 9 years.
But here's the thing, though. To be fair, they did, the fans,
Oh,
that
no.
is, chanted his name almost in every arena for a
Years.
very long
For
time,
years.
dude. A very long time.
well, and no one disagrees that we didn't think he got a little bit wronged
Oh yeah.
at his on his way out of WWE.
Because we
Right.
didn't know the whole story. That's
Right. And you know what I mean? And he was sick and there was a lot of shit going on. So we're like, okay, we get it. We're happy for you that you're back now. But you can't then take that and run with it like you're a fucking
Right.
god. Like you're
a martyr.
oh my god, dude. Like it's so fucking frustrating. It's like you're not holier than thou. How about be a part of a team? And if you really love wrestling that much, then you would do what's best for AEW and the people around you and not try to be so selfish.
Well, and you know what's funny? So in that, it's funny
Go,
because
girl.
in that interview, I don't know if you remember, he was talking shit about MJF, saying that, you know, he goes, you know, the grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. And he's like, and, you know, people like MJF, they just want to, you know, shit on their grass and they don't care. They don't want, you know.
Who CM Punk said that?
See, he said that about MJF
Yeah, he
in
was
the
talking
media
about-
scrum.
He was
Like,
talking about himself. He must have been because
But here's the thing, dude. So with all that being said, they suspended a bunch of fucking people.
yeah,
Everybody got. There's so many
vacant once again and no.
So
Fucking
we got
vacant.
all the elite. So Omega, the Young Bucks, the newly crowned Trios Tag Team
tag
Champions
are gone.
They're suspended. Titles are stripped. Pat Buck, fucking Michael Nakazawa, Brandon Cutler, Christopher Daniels. All these people were involved in this scrum. So I don't know. Like I said, there's Camp Punk and there's Camp Young
Right.
Bucks.
They said it became a big, from what I'm reading in a lot of reports, it became a big melee, like a brawl.
Yeah, it was just.
And
a
then there
big,
was people
like,
trying
yeah.
to push, like a bar fight
Yeah.
almost.
Right.
So they said, okay, if you were in this room when this shit was happening, go home.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what Tony Khan said. Finally, Tony Khan grew some balls and said, oh, I need to take control over what the fuck is going on in my business for once.
What I read, supposedly.
What I've read.
What I've read.
Also, what I've read. Punk was actually just let go, stripped and let go.
See,
Not
I've
suspended.
heard that as well.
There's a
Not
lot
suspended,
there's a
let
lot
go.
of speculation that he's not coming back.
Yeah.
Would you be
Like,
fun? Would you be mad about that?
No.
No,
No.
fuck no.
No.
Maybe they can survive this then.
I don't think that Punk ever should have came back to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it was really cool when he did for the moment with the fans, almost like
Totally.
it's like, hey,
Nostalgia. It
we're
was nostalgia.
acknowledging that.
Should have been a Sting situation, just like we were talking about earlier. Come back for
In
a
and out.
moment
In and out.
and leave.
Yeah, he didn't need to stick around to be
No.
world champion, and that was like when Christian came back and was like, "Hey, look here, I'm here to outwork everybody. I want to win championships." It's like, dude, but we don't really want to see that.
And
I'm
he was
sorry.
the first person to beat Kenny Omega for a chip.
Yeah, he damn sure was. Well, at least to split the belts up.
Split the belts up.
However, yeah, but it's like, dude, I'm sorry, you got totally exposed, and I know this. You know, I know what pro wrestling is, of course, but you got super exposed in the UFC.
UFC exposed him. WWE exposed him. Now AEW's exposed
he
him.
exposed him.
Go home. Go home. Okay. The only thing good about whatever the fuck your name is, Phil. Whatever. The only thing good about the situation about this is that it gave us a moment we won't forget. You came back. It was touching. It was nice. It was heartful. But now you've overstayed your welcome. Remember how he got on the mic and said, "Hey, you tell me when we're done, and I'll leave." Hey, Phil, thank you. Good evening, and good night.
You can leave.
And Phil is so full of his fucking self.
Yeah.
Phil is full.
I say good day, sir.
Well, there's that
good
interview.
day.
He's like, "Oh, when I came back, grown men were crying." It's like, who
oh.
fuck? Okay, great for you.
Right.
You got to keep talking about it and act like, again, you're holier than thou.
Right. Is that if that's the only moment you want to be remembered for? Okay, great. Bye.
Bye. I shedded a tear for you. Go.
It's unfortunate because shit like this can really it already has, hence Cody's departure from the company. But it can really tear shit apart, dude.
Well, they always say, "Kim, you don't meet your heroes," right?
Ooh.
We didn't even meet the motherfucker. And we don't. He ain't my hero. That's for sure.
Well, with all that being said, you can formulate your opinions as far as what you see and what side you take, or if you're impartial, whatever.
I agree. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think about this shit.
Exactly. Comment. Let's hear.
Let's
from
hear
them.
them. Yeah, we'll
At
read them.
MACKDOWN Podcast.
At
MACKDOWN
MACKDOWN Podcast.
But hey, to play devil's advocate to this whole thing.
Oh, here we go.
Here we fucking
Come
go.
on, Brett. Hit me with the
All
Brett. Hit me with your Brett.
What if this is all just a giant fucking work and we're all being just twisted and manipulated like the puppets that we are over here?
Then if it is,
That would be the best story that AEW's ever told on television.
Sorry, not interested.
I don't see how, bro.
Because you know what? This is so much of a clusterfuck that it can't. I mean, logically thinking, how do you come back from this?
I explained it to you.
And like I said, logically thinking. What you said was
It is logically. That is logically
and what
thinking.
logic? It has nothing to
Tony
do with
Khan
in-ring,
and CM
but that's
Punk
nothing
are
to do
power
with...
hungry. They're power
There's
drunk, bro.
no in-ring that could come from what happened here.
What do you mean? You can have them fight. You could have them fight Kenny Omega.
dude, he's already done it. Basically, he's
Who?
fired Punk.
Which is fine.
Well,
Took the
allegedly.
title off him, allegedly.
Man, I'm going to say it's
Suspended
happening.
everybody.
They all gone, bro. Fuck them all.
As far as he's concerned, it's probably a case closed.
Yeah, it's Tony. And you know what? This is the first time, and I agree with you, Mr. B. This is the first time I'm seeing Tony Khan having some balls and putting his foot down. Here's
I don't
the problem.
see it that way at all.
Consistency. It's not, but it's not consistent.
He's by him suspending people that, in my opinion, maybe don't need to be suspended. He should have just fired CM Punk.
And call it a
Maybe
day.
find them.
And maybe not take creative rights away from people, and maybe not just pull the rug out from under the folks that literally built the company for you, bitch. I hate Tony Khan, dude. He's such a fucking asshole. He doesn't have any balls, in my opinion. Him firing and suspending everybody is almost just being like, all right, get out of my classroom, fucking go by so I don't have to deal with it. That's literally what just happened. Like, he's just like, I don't want to deal, everyone leave. Instead of, like, being a man
leader.
and having a fucking, yeah, dude.
Getting everybody into a room and having a
conversation and being willing to take criticism and being willing to be like, you did it wrong. You know what I mean? Because people don't want to hear that. When you say you did it wrong, they just shut down or try to get louder than you, which is what CM Punk does. He just wants to get louder than you. So it's just kind of like...
Or just start throwing fucking hands when
That's what
he
I'm
knows
saying,
he's
dude.
wrong and gets called out on his bullshit.
Yep. You don't want to get called out on your bullshit, so
Nobody
you can
likes
bye-bye
that.
go home.
And that
Nobody
shows,
likes the finger pointed at him.
and that shows inconsistency. Inconsistency in your product. Your product cannot hold or sustain a level of productivity that we're sitting here saying we want to be a part of.
Dude.
I don't want to be a part of this mess.
And no one's going to want to let someone come into something that they've created and just shit all over it and just be
No.
okay with that.
Right.
No one's going to fucking do that. So kudos to them for the Young Bucks and Kenny for standing up for
Standing
their
up,
goddamn
yep.
selves. You know what I mean? Like,
So
shit.
that's a clap for the Young Bucks. That's the only clap
Yeah.
I'm giving for that all day. Because you know what? And you're right.
Regardless of how they went about it,
Right.
regardless of if they fucking kicked a door in or not, regardless.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
have the right to feel passionate about it because that's their fucking project, dude.
their baby.
And he just came in and was like, fuck you. meh."
And
You
enough
can't
is
even manage
enough
a
after-
target. You
after-
can't manage a target, he said.
And here's the deal. Enough is enough after a while, yo. My best friend who helped us start this company is gone.
Yeah,
he-
left
and
because he got stripped of the one thing
and-
that he wanted when he created the company.
And here's the crazy part: he
creative
left.
control.
He left not under the Hunter regime. He left when Vinny was still running. So that tells you right there that
He
there
was ready to be done.
There was problem.
He said, "Fuck this shit. I'm out of here."
So if that wasn't a big red flag for all of us wrestling fans that are listening right now, if Cody Rhodes leaving was not a big red flag that AEW was going in a direction that we are talking about right now, then you are not listening. You need to be more woke about that.
Well,
I'm going to make a past and present comparison for you, AJ. You ready for it?
Go for it.
It's almost like the exact opposite of the WCW, like Scott Hall, Kevin Nash.
Jumping ship.
It's almost the exact, like, where it's all of a sudden, it's like, oh, shit, now I'm getting some momentum back to WWE because we were all so hyped on AEW. Right. And then it just, shit kind of started to get weird. Cody jumped back over, and now we're like, oh, shit. And, dude, ever since then, think about it. So much shit has gone down at WWE, and now we're in the Triple H era. Holy shit.
We're about to have 83 weeks all over again in reverse, though. This time WWE's going to win the whole war.
Yeah, well, and it's not even a war because AEW is so new. But you know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
It's almost like that kind of feeling where it's like something major happened.
Made us turn back. Switch the channel back.
Yeah.
Plus,
exactly.
they wouldn't
like that,
say it
Cody.
was a war anyways. They would just say they're the alternative.
Well, no, they have officially said competition. Cody was the one who said alternative.
Well,
Cody was
That was when Cody was there.
no.
Now
Cody
they
was
don't.
saying competition.
Was Cody the one saying competition? Because I thought he was saying alternative.
No, Kenny and the Young Bucks wanted the alternative. They wanted more of the fun, kind of house show vibey, pro wrestling
Indie.
guerrilla.
They went indie.
Yeah, they want the. Yeah, it's goofy, it's funny, it's everything, it's serious, it's a fucking play, dude. Is what
Cody's
it is.
a visionary, dude, and he can see the big picture, and he has grown up in the industry, and look how all up until the day his dad was dead, worked in the industry, in the background, creative, helping Triple H build NXT, which was the best shit on TV at the time. So it's just kind of like he's trying to think of the long term. So I could see how he would be frustrated by the other EVPs being like, no, let's just do it for now, haha. And he's like, no, dude, I want to do this for like the 20 years from now, so people that really love the business like me have a place to live. You know what I mean?
He would have loved to have created a WCW-like business where there was a NWA-like business, because before WCW became NWA, or before NWA became WCW and went corporate and all that shit, when it was still that real regional wrestling, when they were still passionate about going to those shows on Saturday nights, and you're like, hey, I'm going to see, at the time in the 70s or 80s, Ric Flair, Hogan. Having that same passion and that same love is what Cody was raised around.
Mm-hmm.
Young Bucks are like, hey, we did the indies and we got to go, get burgers with Jim Cornette at the end of the night, and double cheese motherfucker shit. That's the fun camaraderie I want to have. Where Cody, right? Where Cody's like, hey, my dad was a real fucking promoter. Dusty Rhodes was a real NWA promoter and a very
too.
Exactly. And he knew the
One
psychology
of them, he's on the Mount Rushmore
of promoters,
of wrestling promoters.
Dude, even just through the last, I would say, year of watching this product, I would much rather pay to go see Cody wrestle than CM Punk. Dude, Cody, let's just throw it out there as a reminder, wrestled in a Hell in the Cell fucking match with a tore pec.
Bro, brutal.
Passionate.
CM Punk fucking kicked his foot too hard and was like, I'm in the fetal position in the middle of the ring, I get wrestled. Go fuck yourself, dude. Like, he is the biggest piece of fucking shit, and that's the dude you're trying to let run your company. You're literally letting him run your company into the fucking ground, dude, and he doesn't even own it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait till we go back to video, because if you would have seen Kimmy's face that she made with the CM Punk impression, fucking priceless.
That's what he looked like.
He did. It was like a little CM Punk, little Nancy Kerrigan in there.
He literally rolled into the fetal position, grabbing his goddamn tiny little foot. Get out of here.
His tiny foot. My tiny feet.
Yeah, there's nothing believable about CM Punk anymore outside of the fact. Now, if he would have came back in a managerial spot, like if he would have came back as like a mouthpiece, have like a group around him, maybe get in the ring once just to have like that.
I don't have to fight. That type of deal.
Yeah. If he could have came back with something like what Top Team did,
right,
with a bunch of MMA dudes, so much heat, dude, because he was not good at all. So for him to take on that like persona, that would have been way better. But I don't think he would have came back as a heel anyway.
Right. There's so much stuff that they could have did different. And like I said, that presentation, just everything that's there. The fact that you gave us a match with CM Punk and Jon Moxley for the title on Rampage, or I'm sorry, on Dynamite, that was 2 minutes. But then have us watch the pay-per-view and they go, what, like 20?
Well, dude, and here's the thing: if you can put your fucking title match,
him, but he anyway,
you can put your title match at the end of the show and just say, "Hey, we have clearance, we have or whatever, we have a
time amount."
Or just say like, you know, the TV company's granted us as much time as we need for this match, so we're going to stay with you for the duration of this match, you know, and then you could make up some bullshit. The following shows will be, you know, played at a later time. Whatever the fuck you wanted to say.
Or just say this match is scheduled with no TV time, with no time limit whatsoever.
Well, yeah, the announcers will say that like on the back end, while
right?
You know,
and be like, hey, we only got 2 minutes left of TV time, so if this match goes longer than that, hey,
we have it.
Follow us on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel.
No, dude, you could just say we have gotten an okay from the TV company that allows us time to stick with you. So it could be 45 minutes. We have no fucking idea. We have no idea. So when it ends in 2 minutes and it ends on time,
I see what you're saying. Right.
It's kind of a surprise still.
Give us the nostalgia thing. Oh, these guys are about to go 40 minutes.
These
and
guys,
then
yeah.
Because 4 minutes later.
Right, exactly. But it's storytelling, man, and it's so easy to do shit like that keeps you a little more emotionally invested because we're thinking, holy fuck, dude, they're going to, damn, they're running way over. Holy fuck, they're running way over tonight. You seeing this shit?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And why have Mox squash Punk in that little bit of time?
Just
have
to
the
lose.
Injury, just to go to the pay-per-view and then have him beat you clean.
Where his foot actually was never an issue either, by the way.
Oh, yeah, and when he came out, too, like, literally he came out in, like, Vans. Like, straight up tennis shoes. And he was like,
serious?
my foot's 100%, but it's a different 100%. I'm like, you're in normal-ass, totally normal shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it made no sense. It's almost like they kept getting in arguments and changing their mind backstage and just actually putting that on TV. It's almost like they're putting the storyboard on TV before it's ever finished. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and don't you think it was weird?
Go with the concept, not the finished product.
Yeah.
Well, I think this will work.
Don't you think it's weird now, like if you could go back and play it all over again when Punk and Mox had their first interaction and Punk was in the ring doing like Snow Angels and just kind of like lazily singing over his theme music. Like it was just kind of, it was weird.
Juvenile. It was very juvenile.
Weird, yeah.
And it made no sense to the story that they were trying to tell us.
Yeah.
Because it made us say, what are you trying to tell us?
Well,
What's
the way
going on
CM
here?
Punk acts, it is very juvenile and immature. You know what I mean? He doesn't act like one of the elders there because he really is.
Definitely. Like how he's screaming at the announcer about the Penguins at the end of that. Remember, he's like, oh, fuck this guy on the Penguins team. Oh, you wore a jersey, so I'm not going to talk to you. You're a piece of shit. No, I'm like, bro, come on. Like,
yeah, so, yeah,
fuck
he's like
you,
a little
Phil.
child.
Hashtag fuck you, Phil. Sorry.
Oh, just like God. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, he was the what was the Straight Edge Society? He played Jesus Christ in that.
That was
basically.
that's what he called it, Straight Edge Society.
He basically was Jesus Christ in that whole thing.
Yeah, he wanted them to pray to him. He's a fucking wannabe martyr.
He's a cult leader. He wants to be a cult leader, man.
Yeah.
All right,
But
so
anyway.
I'm done with this asshole. Anyway, go ahead.
It's
on
turned
to
into
fantasy?
CM Punk, yeah. the
Yeah,
CM Punk
Mr.
shit
B's
show.
like,
But if it is a work,
I know. Going back to that real quick. So seriously, if this was a work, you wouldn't give it any credit at all whatsoever. That this was just all being played
I
backstage.
mean, I would
Yeah.
because
in the
I'm over
dirt
here being
sheets.
like, fuck CM Punk.
Yes.
If
You're
this
getting
is the
heated,
case.
right?
Yeah.
Like you're getting kind of like,
I will give them that
But
aspect
that's what
of
they
it.
want too.
But here's the
So,
same
well.
aspect of it. I'll give it. You've now made me really not like CM Punk as a person, human being.
Well, maybe this is their
And
way to
even
get
if
him
it
into
is a
that
work-
heel role.
But I'm saying, even if it is a work, it's still like,
Well, he's even said from his own mouth, he's like, I don't like being a babyface. It's work. It's like easier to get people to hate you.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to fucking be shaking people's hands and kissing babies and shit. Fuck
like
that.
because I think
I don't
IRL
like
is
people.
a heel. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't like people at all. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
and the best heels make, or the best
The best heels make the best baby faces,
faces,
but
right.
then also make the best heels.
He's just taking a weird. If
Approach.
that's the case, he's taking a weird approach.
But it's interesting, right? It's never been done before like this, like so
So far
inside
back.
baseball. You know what I mean?
I mean, if they're going that kayfabe, good for them. Because I
Right,
like
that's
that
what I'm
shit.
saying,
Yeah.
like-
Would it make you watch the
Totally
product more?
Fuck yes, dude. For me, yeah.
If
Because-
I were to
yeah.
find out, it's all a part of the storyline, and they make something out of it, that would be great.
It's gotta, but you gotta
it's,
make.
it's all how they spin out of it now.
It's about the presentation at this point,
Again,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So back
but
to
if
the
if the
president.
presentation
Yes, but
is
you're right.
if the presentation is Tony Khan's stupid fucking face announcing matches to me for random reasons and not explaining shit, then no, I don't want that
We have
anymore.
a Trials Championship match coming up tonight, and we're gonna run through this thing, and we're gonna have it's gonna be the greatest ever.
And then the Grand Slam Championship is gonna happen with the Grand Slam champions of the whole world in Grand Slam.
On AEW TNT.
Dynamite.
Goodbye.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dark.
All right. Well, do we have anything else to discuss about AEW? I feel
No,
like it's
I think we
it's a train off
thoroughly
the rails.
covered it. and
Yeah,
talked about
I might want to mention a couple of
Bashed
WWE
it.
things if
Maybe
we
a little
can
too much.
jump just a couple.
Well, so really quick, okay, they have announced the tournament. Okay.
Oh, for the world title.
So we've already had a couple matches, so now we know what the quarter or the basically the semifinals is. So it was Darby and Guevara, which Guevara won. So now
that person faces Moxley.
they're gonna fight Moxley, and then the other match was Hangman and Bryan Danielson,
which was
wow.
crazy.
So Bryan Danielson won that one. He's gonna fight Jericho again. So ultimately, I think this is gonna lead to Jericho Hangman 2 for the title.
See, I
Hangman
think
goes over.
and
Well,
I-
no, Hangman lost. I'm so stupid.
right. I was about to say, what do you?
Jesus, where am I going?
So
Fantasy book land.
I personally think it's going to be John Moxley versus Bryan Danielson.
That
for
which
the
would be good. Yeah.
championship.
I could see that.
And I would like to see Mox win that as well.
Mox seems to be the most consistent champion they have.
Well, and he's talking shit about like legend status shit and
He's been the most believable champion that they've had. Based upon what I feel the AEW
he's only been like 1 of 4, so
well, based upon the way I feel like the AEW title is being like what that champion represents, their company, is like who is the most hardcore extremist person that you could possibly find.
well, and that Tony Khan's upbringing was ECW. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what he
so-
was a major fan of back in the day.
So, and I can see
So-
that relates to who fits to be his ideal champion.
Yep.
And that's why Mox, I feel, would be perfect for that. And I feel like MJF is a great champion for him as well because it's the anti-champion, so to speak.
I'm gonna just throw one other thought out there talking about MJF. I feel like that's why the Wardlow MJF match was so lackluster because I feel like it was MJF not wanting to sell because he was fucking pissed off at what was going on backstage.
Yeah, and that sucks for Wardlow.
It
Right.
totally sucks for Wardlow, but it makes me understand a little more why he was like, fuck this, beat me up, whatever, I lose, goodbye. And just was kind of like, fuck this. Is kind of how that match felt, you know
That's
what I mean?
exactly what that was.
So it kind of all makes sense now,
Yeah.
the way that he would, you know what I mean? Like the way that he was during that match, basically, that he was just like, yeah, whatever, I lose, goodbye.
Checked out. He's like fucking whatever.
It wasn't as dramatic as Jeff Jarrett, but
Yeah.
but
Just laid straight down.
just fear pin me, motherfucker. Like, I guess we're done here.
And then we'll go make a new belt and come back out later.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, they got the old one.
Did they? Oh yeah, that's
Does
right.
it have the dent on the top?
The new one was
For
the
us
one they
belt
gave the
nerds.
Hogan.
Yeah.
They gave Hogan the new one. To
He
go
has
home.
it today. He still has it. Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe, unless like Conrad bought it or something.
Probably.
All right.
All right. Well, so unfortunately, guys, we can't put fantasy up on the big screen, so
Oh, it's okay.
we have to do it from our phones. So if you would all pull your phones out and get into that Excel, we can go into the fantasy.
Fantasy. Had to do it.
All right. Let's see.
Well, I'm in the wrong fantasy. Jesus.
He's like, I got so many fantasies right now. All right, so I'll go ahead and kick us off here. So this week was a doozy.
Was it now?
We had some highs, we had some lows, we had some record breakers. So, in first place, actually, we're going to go in last place, first place.
Okay.
All right, in
Yeah.
last place.
Just stab me with that dagger right
We'll just
now.
get it over with real quick. Yeah,
Just
let's
we'll
rip
just
the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
So, Mr. B, You had -8 points this week.
That's a new record, Mr. B.
That is a new record low. You beat your previous record by
I
1
don't
point.
think-
By
I
minus
don't-
one more.
And to tell you the truth, I mean, I guess you could, but I think I'll hold that record for a while.
It's
More
possible,
likely.
man.
I don't
Like
think
literally
anybody-
everybody got you negative except for the Young Bucks, which they got you 0.
Because they were
speaking of-
suspended.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's gonna get that pick today.
So
Yeah.
you get to pick a team, and now if they're suspended, do they go in the
They go back into
do they go to the training room or do they go to catering?
They
Like
go back to catering.
because they're gone, right? They're
Mhm.
suspended, and there's no time frame on this suspension either,
Right.
right?
I mean, it's
mean-
not an injury. You know what? I
This is
agree
a
with you,
unique
Kimmy.
situation.
I agree with you. Training room it is.
Yeah.
Because they're still on his team.
Yes.
He still
Okay.
picked them.
Because if and when they do come back, he
He will
should have the
have-
opportunity to take them.
Correct.
What if they go to WWE in this time frame?
Don't know.
I kind of think
He still
that-
has them,
I
right?
kind of think it still fits.
Listen, let's not start the whole let's take all the AEW rejects back to WWE shit either, okay? Like, goddamn, like how about just everybody do your own thing,
agree with you.
okay?
I agree
Look,
with
this
you
whole
on that.
flip floppy thing back and forth. I'm not a fan. Let's just,
Kimmy would have hated the Attitude Era.
Why?
Dude, there was flip floppy every week. Every week it was flip floppy.
Yeah, but I mean, after a while, it kind of stayed stagnant. Like it was like
I don't know.
it was like
They were always changing.
the NWO just got bigger and WCW and WWE just got better. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So all the people who were bad in WWE went to NWO, and you were just like, oh,
The
I don't
NWO
care.
was basically the Dark Order. They just take everybody.
It was
They
like
was
the.
kinda- yeah,
I mean, legit.
Pretty much. It
Then
did
you-
turn into the
Then you
Dark
had the
Order.
red and black. You had the black and white.
Anyway.
You had the
All right.
silver and black.
Silver
Anyway.
and black.
So who's in fourth place?
All right, so Mr. B, -8. Fourth place, we got Kimmy
Oh.
with 12 points.
Oh.
In third place, we got AJ with 16 points. And then in second place, myself, 23 points. And then the leader of the week, Mr. Cam, who is not here today.
Oh.
Apparently he's
not feeling well.
he didn't answer the text, so I'm hoping he's still alive.
Yeah, he did be rushed to the emergency room
Yeah.
via tooth.
Have to give him a call. Shout out to you, Cam.
Tooth.
But Cam wins the week. So had Cam been here, we did get a WWE chain.
What was the score?
The week chain, 28.
Okay.
So we got a chain over there for the weekly winner. So whoever has the weekly high score gets to wear the chain.
We went to WWE last night. That was
Yeah, we
fun.
did. Yeah, we should open with that.
We should open with that. Let's do
It's
the
all
opening now. No, because then you'll mention that person.
Well, this is all including in the week, right?
Yeah, it is included in the week.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
We'll save that for the after creds.
Yeah, we will.
All right. So so the chain is for Cam, but he's not here to wear it. So
We'll hang it up for you,
Yep.
for you, Cam.
all right. So going into the quarter scores here, in last place we got Mr. B with 89 points,
89,
and then I am in fourth place with 117.
117.
AJ, you're in third place with 121.
Oh,
Kimmy, you're in second place with 157.
wait a minute.
Cam has officially taken the lead.
Mm-hmm.
In first place with 159. 2 points.
I would just like to say, had we implemented the rule of you didn't come to the podcast, you get a negative for the week, I'd still be winning right now.
You'd be tied. You would be tied for the -2.
Well, no, because he's missed a couple of weeks in there too. So
Oh, yeah, well, if that was the case, he might be in the negatives.
I'm just saying.
anyway,
But
It's
yes,
okay, my title's still on.
well, yeah.
It's still over there.
Good job to you, Cam, and your 2 points.
it does look good. So, so Kimmy is going to bling this thing out, and we're going to have like a legit chain, the chain gang.
Definitely, we'll put some pictures online for you guys.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny watching you walk in with it. I'm not gonna lie.
It,
I was
dude,
like, oh,
that was
okay.
literally the first thing I seen at the merch stand,
And
and
he's
I was like,
"Gotta
I'm
have
getting that. And then I seen it, was $35. The only thing that fucked with me though, for whatever reason, I thought that the actual WWE part of it
Lit up.
was plastic.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. It's
So
like
I thought it-
styrofoam.
I thought it was like the like the
The
mini
chain
titles
weighs
we got.
more than the.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I
than the
thought that
logo.
was. Ooh, you know what?
you should get those lights and put the lights on it.
I could do that, but I could also.
Make this Naomi's belt.
I could make that and put it on there.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Just straight attach it.
Just attach that piece right there.
Just put it the other way like Miz,
Bang.
and then it'll be like from MACKDOWN.
That's the chain you guys hear clicking for all you.
Yeah, it's
people
plastic.
listening.
It is a plastic chain.
It cost them probably $4 to make, and then I spent 35
4.
for it.
That's you're generous.
72 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
It was a great show. We got to see some good, cool people.
Yeah, it was fun.
I lost my voice a little bit. I was screaming excessively loud.
Yeah, we all got a little hoarse.
Yeah. And I got to see The Miz. And The Miz pointed at me, and I pointed back at him.
Well, you were all mizzed the fuck out, man. I wish we had a marker to try to get him to sign the
white
the white IC, but he got choked out and carried out by Dexter. So Dexter kidnapped his ass again.
It was
Dexter.
It was hilarious.
The way they're
He got a
bringing him
huge
back,
pop.
by the way, is chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
and
liking
the
it.
way that the Miz is selling it
loving
too,
Oh, it's great.
fucking great.
The
It's
visual of the Miz on the outside of the cell, basically, or
Oh,
the
the
cage,
cage?
and
Yeah,
then the
looking
dude's
down.
underneath the ring. Oh my god, that is the perfect camera view. And he just looks all psycho with his big eyes just open. Oh my god, I love
And
it.
then Bobby locking him in there, and he's trying to climb out, and nope.
I am
go to
such a
sleep.
fan of Dexter, dude.
So, thank you, Kimmy.
I love Dexter Loomis.
I've always said it from day one. Like, this guy needs to be on the main.
well,
I
and
wondered-
for especially like you said, for Vince to be a character guy and not
I've had him
and
up
not
there.
see Dexter's potential doesn't really.
Dude, in the wedding,
Makes
we've talked about
sense.
it so many
The
times.
wedding
It's
was-
so
yeah.
entertaining.
That was probably
And
the
the
best
axe.
thing.
It's just because he's always so consistent. He's so consistently.
And he keeps such a
said the
stoic
magic
face,
word.
dude. Yeah, he does, dude. Like, how do you do that? And his
Even
eyes
when
are
he's
so
with,
buggy.
even when he's with Indy, he's still the same way. But she's just like, "I love you." Like you, it's just they're adorable. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good combo.
Anyway,
Before we move on too far, I still need to make a pick.
Oh, yeah, we were about
Yeah.
to.
We were
Yeah.
just getting through the scores, so the scores are officially final as of this week. They are closed. So,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. B,
what? Wait. What are the overall?
For the quarter.
Is that the
that
quarter?
that's what I just did. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
We're
so
on.
really quick again, Mr. B 89, me 117, AJ 121, Kimmy 157, and Cam 159.
Okay, perfect. All right. On to Mr. B with your replacement backup tag team choice.
I am picking the Viking Raiders.
He went with the
Ooh.
Viking Raiders.
Wow.
I would have went with the Acclaim, personally.
You
That's
listen
not
to
who
me.
I would have went with.
Who would you have gone with?
Well, hang on, I got to make changes.
Because I know Alpha
Well, he
Academy
has
is
Acclaimed, and Acclaimed are feuding right now.
Who has Acclaimed? Mike don't have the Acclaim.
I don't.
Nobody
You
has the
don't?
Acclaim.
No one has the Acclaim?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll take the Acclaim instead.
What? You can't do that. You already picked. No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
Well, hang on. So I just want to give you the scores really quick. So the Acclaimed have 13 points total.
I thought you had the
I did. I dropped them
He dropped them. He drafted them and then dropped them.
because I got mad.
Swerve in Our Glory has 22 points.
Oh, they're champs, yeah.
Viking Raiders have 20 points. Aaliyah and Raquel have like 35 points.
That's right.
You
The
can pick the
women's,
women's
and they have a
tag.
tag team title match tomorrow night
They sure do.
against EO.
I'll take the women's
Hold
tag
on.
team champions.
You
I'll
wanna-
take the women's tag team
He is
champions.
so easily manipulated.
I was gonna say, hold on. Do you want to know who they're fighting first before
I don't give a shit.
They're
I'm
gonna
losing
lose
anyways.
to Sasha and fucking you. That's
No,
why
they're
you're
not.
losing, because you just let everyone make your choices for you.
I'm just giving him scores.
It's
that's
funny
all.
because I told him the Viking Raiders, and I was like, "You listen to me. I'm the enemy." And then he listened to you guys like twice. So
Just remember,
I forgot
Sonya-
about the women's.
just
Yeah.
remember, someone was pushing Sonya Deville very hard, and I'm like,
Inception.
Also, there is trios tag team champions as well in AEW.
I don't know.
Oh.
So
Does that
there's
count though?
Yeah, but it's
As of right
vacant.
now, there's not though.
It's
Yes,
vacant.
there are.
Well, there
It's
are,
not,
but
though.
there's no
Yes.
title.
No, they were
Champion.
won by the
Death Triangle.
Triangle.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
They
they
beat
won.
the Best Friends to open
I
Dynamite.
care so much about AEW right now. Wow. I'm paying so much attention to that.
I know it's hard to stay
not
invested
gonna
with all
lie.
the bullshit.
Mr. B, I do think the women's tag team champions are a pretty good pick.
I mean, they are
Personally,
getting a lot of TV time, and they really like Raquel.
They've been on damn near every show, dude. I mean, they are literally the highest scorers out of anybody
I
in
just
the league.
think that they're gonna lose to Dakota and to EO on Monday.
Well, it's fucking. Let's go. I'm
Let's
ready.
see.
Because that is some points for me.
But I mean, do
I'm
they-
lied. Sorry, Wardlow got 42 points right now.
Ooh, Wardlow, but he's not a
But
tag
he's-
team, so
yeah.
wah wah.
No, but I was just saying they might be the highest scoring.
I need somebody on my team to get That's horrible. I'm
So
not
what's
gonna
what's
say
your official pick there, then, Mr. B?
The women's tag
So
team.
Raquel
Okay,
and
I just
Aaliyah.
wanted to
Women's
make
tag
sure.
team
Just wanted to make sure.
champions.
it. Damn, if they
Well,
lose,
I'm
Mr.
just
B, I'm gonna feel
saying,
so
the
bad,
women's tag
bro.
team.
That's the first women's tag team ever picked. Mr. B just
Groundbreaker.
well, no, that's not true.
World shaker.
Because you picked Sasha and Naomi.
Yes, I
so
fucking
you
did.
are actually
Oh,
the
there you go.
groundbreaker.
How could we forget? She won the titles. She won the actual title.
Yeah, and then they got
With them.
fucking fired, and I was like,
Well,
no.
they walked out.
Well, you know what I mean.
We walk out.
When are they coming back? Come back.
They
They
were-
post on social media like all the fucking time.
And they're officially on the roster card.
Oh, are they?
The backstage roster card. They're on it. So
Does that
any day
mean
now.
Mike can draft them?
Well,
They're not back.
yeah. Speaking of back, we didn't mention it, but Braun Strowman is
Oh,
now,
Braun Strowman did come
now
back.
back.
Ooh, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, well, I
There's
thought it
nothing about Braun Strowman, and even like they keep showing all these old ass videos of him where he's like, country
I'm not
man,
done with
and,
you.
Yeah, get these
Flipping over
hands. and-
semi.
Where he's
Yeah,
got
doing a-
snot and spit all over his fucking face.
yeah, just like he's legit,
Bulldozing
like
over
the
people around the
monster.
ring.
Dude, he fell.
And then
I
all of a
didn't like
sudden,
that.
oh yeah, he did fall.
Pulling kids out of the audience. And
Yeah, that's where it ended right there.
He fell.
Literally
Yeah.
Well,
that
the kid
killed
was
him.
actually someone's.
It was a
the father
referee's,
was-
one of the referee's
referee,
kids.
Yeah, one of the referee's
And he had to relinquish. He's the only kid that's going down as a champion at WrestleMania and being able to never been pinned for a title, like never been pinned to lose his championship. A
Yeah.
child.
Well,
The day Braun Strowman died.
died.
Wow.
Bye, bye, Mr. Fucking Hands in the Sky. I don't know.
Mr.
See,
Fucking
Come
Hands
and
in
get these hands.
Yeah, this is why I can't be a rapper,
Mr.
man.
Hands in the Sky.
That's why I'll just be your MC, dude.
Good
You
old
just,
boys drinking whiskey and rye and screaming, "Oh my God, here comes EO Sky."
oh, see, you could turn that into a whole thing. We've been threatening to do this, to do a wrestling parody song.
Pete, what was the name you're
I
gonna
like
do?
how you say threatening because it's like it's not going to be great. We've been threatening to do this to you
Threatening
guys
to do
this whole
this.
time. Wow.
It would be funny. It would be good. Well, speaking of,
I guess that's it.
I guess that's it.
Is it really?
That
Was there
is
anything that
it.
anybody wanted to touch on for WWE this week, real quick, before we?
I
pulled
did like
plug,
the
or-
end of SmackDown with Karrion Kross choking out
Yeah,
Drew
the
McIntyre
fade-
and the
fade
fade
to
into black. It gave me goosebumps because I just like the whole
Yeah, it did.
concept.
It really did.
It really did. I was like, that was a great. See, it feels good to be talking good about WWE again. I feel so like chipper.
It's like the roles have changed. All of a
Yes,
sudden,
I'm
AEW is
so-
getting shit on so hard.
I finally
and
feel like I'm
WWE
home.
is starting to get praised like the Saints.
I finally feel like I'm home.
Hey, man.
It's because you love Triple H.
I do.
Oh, speaking of, isn't that your shirt?
No, that's his shirt. We
You
have the
guys
same
both have
shirt.
the same shirt.
Yeah, we're a tag team,
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Actually, you have my shirt. So
I do somewhere.
and I have two.
Yeah, I think I
have
came
two of
across
these.
it the other day.
Oh, did you the Triple H one?
yeah, it
oh,
was on the
sweet.
bed.
Thank God.
Thank God for Hunter.
Terminus.
I knew I brought it home, but Terminus.
That's
what
the
it
shirt.
says?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like I know you hear Terminus now, and all of a sudden, if you're a Walking Dead fan,
I do.
You're like, oh, Terminus.
Oh,
Oh, God.
That's where they eat people.
They eat people there.
What?
They slaughter you like a fucking cow and
Yeah.
string you up and
They're like, oh,
bleed
come into
ya.
our community. We're gonna feed you. And 3 days in, you realize you're eating people.
So
yeah.
so now I
they're,
have to
they're
go.
giving you like it looks like ham steaks and shit, and it's like, oh, that's just a thigh.
Yeah.
You know, no big deal.
So you're saying I need to Walking Dead? That's the next one.
Oh, I mean,
Dude, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Walking Dead gets really.
weird. Like
Yeah.
seasons 1 through 6 are pretty good.
I would say 1 through like.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1 through 4 are like really, really strong.
Yeah.
And then it starts to get just.
Weird.
Just
The
weird.
story gets lost. It's-
Awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more about the survival of humanity during this time. That's kind of what they depict.
Yeah.
That's why I liked. That's why I liked. What's the other one they did? The other Walking Dead show they did.
Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, they started that one really good too. Like I felt like they depicted that one a little bit better than.
I don't like
The
when it
original.
turns to like humans being psychos.
Yeah,
That's
but
like-
but that's kind of how it would be though, because like if
Yeah, but
the
still.
society was completely lost and civilization is just
There's
crazy.
no more laws and
Yeah,
regulations.
someone's
and-
gonna try to create like a fucking
Is that when
society.
All
So is that
anarchy.
when Negan came in and started beating people with the bat and all that good stuff?
It had happened already a little before that, but not to that extent. So, spoiler alert, by the way, if nobody's listened or
Yeah, that
watched
shit's
The Walking
years
Dead.
old at this point.
Yeah. But disclaimer. But yes, Negan was like the motherfucker. Like when
Yeah.
Negan hit town, it was like, oh,
Oh,
my
God.
God, I thought I'd seen it all. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I
saying?
heard. He
As
was,
if the governor wasn't bad enough.
Yeah, it was like the governor and then Negan, which to me it was kind of like the same as like, okay, in Game of Thrones, the fucking young king, what's his name? The
Joffrey.
Joffrey. It was like going from Joffrey to fucking Ramsay.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, it was like, whoa.
He's
Holy shit, that took a turn.
yeah. Joffrey was bad, but then Ramsey said, "Hold my beer."
Exactly. So it's kind of that.
Actually, he said, "Hold
vein.
your penis."
Oh God.
That's what Ramsey said.
Oh man. Yeah, nobody was as bad as Ram. I almost, when I went back and watched it for the second time,
You
I
almost
almost
skipped.
forgot about Ramsey just for like a hot
Oh.
minute because we watched it so fast. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, you start seeing Ramsey and just, oh my God, I was like, holy shit.
He was mean.
I'd be like, you just got to kill me, dude. Fuck you. I'm
Yeah,
just
if you're
gonna,
castrating motherfuckers,
I'm done. Yeah, I'm
And
done
then-
with your game.
Yeah, he was very very mean.
But yeah,
Dude,
but
your
anyway.
need for survival has to be so high. I would have just killed myself.
I
I'd
don't
be
think I
like, dude,
could
this is
do
my life being tortured. I'm done.
They,
Dude,
with
the
they
this.
only way-
tortured him.
Are you talking about for The Walking Dead or like?
No, sorry for
Ramsey.
Ramsey when
Oh,
he has
yeah,
that
yeah.
dude,
Yep.
What is his name?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ironborn.
I
Yeah, the
Ironborn
Ironborn
guy.
son. He was the one who lived with the Starks. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I can't remember his name now.
Cersei's no.
No, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But yeah, I would have been like, I'm not going to be like your servant
Rob.
anymore.
No, not Rob Stark was the not Rob Stark.
Hey man, you know what? That show's so fucking good. I'll go back and watch it a third time.
Yeah, just not the last season.
You know what though? The last season's
Give it a
not
chance,
bad.
man. Yeah,
no,
you
it
gotta-
was good.
If you watch it with because we watched it on the PlayStation, like PlayStation Now or whatever, the HBO Now, and it was so dark, like you couldn't see shit. But then when I watched it on the Roku, it's
You could
like
see
you can see fucking
everything.
clear as day everything. Like it's not, yeah, the contrast ain't all fucked up. So
We're not just hearing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
What
what
you
happened?
actually see
Fucking
it.
happened.
So it
I
makes
saw Blur.
yeah,
Blur.
it makes it way more epic. I'll just say that.
It
so
does.
it kind of makes up for the lackluster.
It's funny. Allison said to me yesterday. She was like, "Have you ever gone back and like looked at the body count for Game of Thrones?
Oh
Like it tells you how many people have died, like named characters and unnamed characters, and like the total body count for the whole thing. It's like over 97,000 people.
I was gonna say, well, you got to think about all the battles and all the
Yeah.
fucking
The dragon just.
Dude, I
Dude,
will
just
say
in the last season where all the dead rise again, like they kill everybody and they think they won, and all of a sudden, now you got a whole new fucking gang of soldiers.
that shit was
just died.
crazy at the icy fence, the gate
icy
thing.
fa-
Yeah.
And the dragon too, the dead dragon.
Yeah.
I will say though to shift back over to The Walking Dead, since we were talking about both simultaneously, that was the one thing about that show that I liked was the Talking Dead, because at the beginning of every episode they would give homage to like every character that died, including the zombies,
Oh,
but they would
no.
do it in like this
Oh yeah,
really really
Yeah.
cheesy kind of way with like music and it's all slow mo, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then they would name the zombies like, I don't know, zombie eating cereal or whatever, just some random shit, you know what I mean?
Gearhead or fucking
Yeah.
whatever. So you've never watched any of The Walking Dead, huh?
No,
Oh,
I
really?
saw it when the episode when Negan beat the one guy, the main character guy.
Oh,
to
no
death.
wonder you didn't want to watch it.
Yeah, and I was like,
Well,
oh.
that character had been there from season
yeah,
one all the
Literally.
way on.
And
Like he was a
everybody was like-
main character.
Right, and they were like, they can't believe he killed him and stuff. And I was watching with someone, and yeah, I was like, oh,
Dude, we were
Okay.
in Ohio at the time, and we caught an episode of it, and we were like,
Well, yeah, and I
Bruh.
was not a zombie fan.
not at all.
Like didn't care for zombie movies.
No.
Not a fan. And then yeah, somebody at work was like, "No, dude, this shit's like fucking legit. You need to check it out." They're like, I was like, "I'm not a zombie guy." And they're like, "No, you just try.
Yeah,
Give it a chance." So I fucking like pirated it online. And it was episode 2. So I didn't even get to see episode 1. So we turned it on when episode 2 had already fucking all the shit had hit the fan, and we were like, bruh,
we need to go back and watch.
we gotta find episode 1 like now. I'm gonna stay up all night finding this shit.
Yeah, it was
And we
good.
did, and then the rest is history.
And then we got sick of it. We
Oh.
stopped watching.
It got away. But there for the first 4, I would say the first 4 seasons, man, fucking just really good. Had the potential to be one of the greatest shows ever.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah,
It did.
It was really good.
Like I said, had the potential.
I might watch some of it. I don't know.
Watch the first season and then see how you feel after that. The first season's really goddamn good.
Well, I'm still trying to finish Better Call Saul.
That's still actively going.
Yeah,
though.
and
Well, no, I'm on a new season. I'm on season 6.
I'm not as interested in that as I am in.
No, me neither.
No.
It's still been good, but it's
Yeah,
not.
but
I've
I'm just.
loved it. I've loved every single.
It's almost just like, for me, the only time I'm excited about it is when I'm like, oh, I recognize that guy from Breaking
Yeah.
Bad.
Oh, so
But
you're
that's
trying
like
to-
the only fucking time I care about what's happening or what they're doing in the backstory. It's like,
Like the twins show up and you're like, oh boy.
Well, even when he showed up at that old lady's house and dude fucking came to the door,
Yeah.
Oh
you're
yeah.
like, oh,
Tuca.
Chuka.
you're like, you're still alive. That's all I was
I
thinking.
forgot all about you.
Dude, I'm telling
Anyway.
you. Yeah, Breaking Bad, greatest show of all time. That's my favorite show of all time.
It definitely is pretty damn good. I can't even lie.
Better Call Saul's still really good. I'm not gonna.
It is. I'm not
gonna
shitting
deny
on
that.
it. I'm just saying I prefer
Yeah, same.
Breaking Bad.
Way more.
Intense.
Your heart is getting fucking. Your heart's gonna be.
Yeah, I've never sat down and watched Better Call Saul and been like, oh, I need to watch the next episode. As to where with Breaking Bad, it was literally like 3 a.m. Like, I really gotta go to work tomorrow, but like, let's watch it.
Like, what are the chances I can just stay awake and watch these and
I
then go to
know.
work and then
I
come back
agree
and
with you
sleep?
on that. I was more attached to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul I was attached to, but like that full like I was called me. I'll call Mike, be like, yeah, I just went through 6 episodes.
It's
He's
easy to do,
He's
man.
like, bro, you started at 7 though. I'm like,
It's literally been playing straight through.
I'm tired.
Dude, we did that.
I've watched a 6-hour movie.
We even made a plan. We're like, all right, so we're gonna get up Saturday and just start it and just all day, like, fuck yeah, marathon. Like dude.
It's very nice.
That show gets really stupid. How fucking. You know what? I don't know if I like the binge watching anymore.
I don't like it either.
I want to be able to like look forward to something. God damn it!
That's
I
what-
don't need this fucking right now. I don't need everything right now.
That's why I don't like Netflix releasing the whole season at once.
I agree.
Because then I'm stuck.
Well, then you watch it all, and then you're like, well, now I gotta wait like 8
A year.
more months to
I
a
just
year.
I just
Like,
watched this in
Yeah.
2 days. I've been waiting fucking 7 months.
Right. And that's what happened with Umbrella
Or 2
Academy.
years.
That's
hey,
right.
well, we should have a new Rick and Morty tonight. We got a new House of Dragons
fucking-
tonight.
That's right. We got
Oh,
a
so
slew of
are
we
we
got we
just-
got pork on the goddamn smoker right now.
So let's close
I
this
think
podcast
it's time to wrap
and
this
go.
bitch up.
All right, so I guess then we'll see you guys next time right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast. Ring the damn bell. I'm hungry.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Apparently, it's always find a friend night because that happened.
AJ,
and-
it's always find a friend night for you. Let's fucking be
Dude,
honest.
you found your best friend.
bro,
You found your best friend actually.
bro, I don't even try, and I'm sitting there in the seat, and then this guy comes and he squeezes by us and he sits next to the seat next to me. So I'm like, all right, whatever, you know, it's just what it is. Next minute, you know, this winds up being, I guess, what you just call it, the most annoying person in the fucking room.
To AJ, I thought it was fucking hilarious. By the way,
Dude, this dude is elbowing, getting up, standing, screaming.
true wrestling fan. True wrestling fan. By the way,
And like, but like, I
had
guess
a belt, had all the merch, everything.
I guess he just didn't care for the fact that I made one comment about a move happening in the ring and like went off on me.
And you weren't even talking to him, by the way.
I was talking to
You were
Mike.
talking to me. So let's go ahead and rephrase what happened here. So, homeboy.
It was Omos versus
Riddle. Yep.
And you know how back in the day Kevin Nash used to do the snake eyes in the corner and then Big Boot shit. Undertaker made it a lot more famous. Well, I looked at Mike and said, wow, it's getting a little Kevin Nash action in here. Mike, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, you
No,
want
no,
me to do it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So then Homeboy turns to me and looks and says, that's Undertaker. That's Undertaker. Undertaker does it.
Snake eyes in the corner.
Snake
Big
is in the
Boot,
corner.
that's
That's
Undertaker.
Undertaker.
AJ just freezes.
I'm like,
Looks at me real slow.
Like, did I just get scolded by
Oh.
someone who I wasn't even speaking to? Like,
you ready for the icing on the cake? Mike, what do you say to me?
Damn, he sure told you, didn't he?
did you lose your shit at that
sure
point?
did.
I would have died laughing at that point.
No. I just was
I
like,
fucking did.
And then
the security guard did.
security
too, by
guard
the way.
is dying. He's seriously seeing this whole thing, and he's looking at me, crying.
And AJ's making every time this dude gets up, AJ's like,
I'm like, come on, bro.
just like,
He's standing in front of me, just smacking me with his bag, elbow me when he sits down. I'm pretty much sitting on Mike's lap because he's just all in this. I'm
dude,
like,
he would jump up and literally be like this right here. He'd be like, "Oh, fuck you, man! Oh, you suck!" But he would be, dude, just very animated, very animated to the point where
Was he like a bigger dude, a skinnier dude? Like
average size
Average
dude,
size,
yeah,
yeah,
average
it
size
was-
dude. But something big would happen, and he would look over and be like, "Yeah,
yeah, you're giving us 5.
And we'd
I'm
be
like,
dapping him up and shit.
And I'm like, and I'll be sitting there like this, like I have like my hand out or something like that, like on my yeah. Like I wasn't even giving you 5, bro. And then he's catching pictures. Oh, Mike, the
that's
pictures.
the best part.
He's catching pictures of things, right? And then he gets it, and he's like, "Bro, I got the picture." Like
I got it.
And then
I
holds the
got it,
phone
got it,
right
got that
here. It's like, look, you see that? I'm like, I do. I see it, bro. I see it.
It was cracking me up. I thought it was
that's
fucking
what you
great.
guys get for sitting closer. I guess those are the extremes.